What's good? Welcome to the First String Podcast with your boy Toothpick. Don't forget to like and subscribe us on YouTube. Enable the alert button for new content. Follow me on Twitter at Toothpick74. Today, I got a very special guest, one of the original Hogs. I got him on. We all love him. Let's bring in my guy, Rick Walker. Doc, how are you?
Brother Gomes, how are you, man?
I'm pretty
I
good.
just get used to William Gomes. I got to start pulling that in my mind. Grooms. William Grooms. I got to say to myself, William Grooms is Toothpick. Toothpick is William Grooms.
That's right.
No, man, I'm honored to be with you, and I listen to your show, and it's good now that we got a lot of players in the game, and so it's highly competitive, and it's almost like the Beltway now when it comes to podcasts. But it's all good because it's about passion. People love the game. They love sports and want to be participating in it. And the only bad thing is that we stuck with the teams that we support and we can't control the outcome. And so now you finna get into my world. And I mean, it's been 2 decades of getting kicked in the groin. And but I just don't die from it. I just keep coming back. I keep trying to believe in the people that I'd like to see be successful. And so I'm a sucker.
Oh, no, Doc, not a sucker. It's called passion.
No, it's a sucker. No, it's a sucker. Because when it comes down to the basics of it, this is not that complicated.
Right.
People make it complicated. You pick the best players you can get your hands on. You can form your philosophy to match their skill set.
Right.
And you get results. And that's what all the winners do. All the imposters try to come in and be innovative and try to drop something new. It's like the fad.
Right.
The one thing about football never changes is that it's a physical sport. It's control at the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
If you can't control the line of scrimmage, then you're not going to get the job done. Well, that's why I love it. That's why I love it.
I'm glad you went right there because I would like to let's start off there with the line of scrimmage. Doc, you're one of the original Hogs, right? So you know that the man that wins the line of scrimmage is going to control the game, right? So there was a lot made of Rondé Barber having a niche on our football team for being our short yardage down. Does that have to do more with the running back or more with the line, the offensive line, establishing that line of scrimmage? I'm gonna shut up and listen to you right now.
Depends on who the back is. If it's John Riggins, I think John would be able to do that with just about anybody. I mean, no, you need a good combo on it. I don't challenge people's philosophies. I just judge you by your record. I never get personal with it.
Okay.
You're 7-9. So if you hadn't had a lot of cuts, I'd have been pissed off. Right. I don't understand what people are talking about, but I understand that I don't understand them.
Okay.
Because they don't understand me because they haven't been where I've been.
Exactly.
I don't expect people to get it. I just don't. But, oh, my God, Jimmy Moreland. It was 7-9.
Right.
Okay, the defense got dump trucked. Jimmy, 2 years ago, Jimmy came in, did his thing. But you don't make a team doing your thing in camp. You make the team doing your thing in the game. Okay, right. Against the other opponent. They got better. Ron Rivera, the Football Brain Trust, Marty, Martin, and company, they have elevated the level of talent on their team.
They have.
They were 7-9, and they said, we don't like that. Win a division or not. If you're patting yourself on the back for winning that garbage, that's what you were supposed to do, and they did it, and I'm proud of them for that. But had they not cut the people they cut, I'd have been pissed off today.
Well, I'm glad you're not
7-9. So
7-9. And we got an extra game this year. So let's take the people where you have been. Okay, so you went from college to the pros, right? You started off at Cincinnati, Doc. So
but you know what, P2Pick, don't nobody care about that. I'm gonna tell you something right now. But you want to build your show? You better talk about things irrelevant. Nobody give a damn about me and what happened in the past.
I'm leaving here.
They give a damn about is this team going to beat the Chargers?
I got you. I'm going there, Doc.
All right,
Okay,
good.
so let's talk.
So I don't live in my rearview mirror.
Right.
Whatever happened, I don't give a damn about that because it don't matter. What matters is moving
right
forward.
Now. Right.
And can we beat the Chargers?
Right.
All that other stuff don't matter. Don't mean if people want to Google it. If you want to find out, Google it. Other than that, how do we beat the Chargers?
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
What I want you to do is take me that rookie year, what Sam Cosme is going through right now, going from college to the pros. What is he going through?
I broke my arm my rookie year, first game in Green Bay. And Sam didn't. Sam was being judged in camp because he's going against guys that were a year ahead of him that are better than he was a month ago. And they don't work. See, I always talk about tackle football.
Yes.
I had a chance to go to practice yesterday, and they were like, hey, you want to come out? I said, are they in pads? They said, no. I don't want to see football unless they're in full pads and there's some contact. If they're doing a dress rehearsal and all that, that's for the other guys. I don't need to see that. If it's not tackle football, I'm not interested in it. Okay. The moment they put pads on, Sam Cosme improved because now it's even in the score. Them defensive people can run by you all day with no pads on. They know it's not a run. It's a passing drill. They should win. Okay? But I would ask all the people that think they were so great, did they win against Tampa? They single blocked them. Okay? Right. And they shut them out.
Yep.
And I love these guys to death. But all I'm saying is that quiet down the hype. Okay? Yeah. Get a winning season. Win a playoff game. Then you got me listening. I'm full volume. Sam Cosme impressed me in live action. He's a fighter. I'd like his arms to be stretched out like Jacoby's, but he is who he is. Same thing with Sadiq Charles.
Okay.
They're compact guys. To me, they have bodies they could play guard. To me, they're future guards. Because today's tackle has got to look like a terrestrial creature. He's got to be 6'6", 6'7", Joe Jacoby type arms and good feet. And they got a couple of them. But in the meantime, against the Chargers, I think Sam will be okay. They have one of the best offensive line coaches in football right here. And with the tight end set, we block better at tight end now than we blocked here in a decade.
Right.
And I think that's an upgrade. And so I'm encouraged by what he showed me, but I didn't see enough.
Okay.
I don't understand how you don't play rookies.
Right.
But that's not my team. It's Ron's team. He decided not to play guys who are rookies. I don't understand it. He's not alone. At least Ron played them. McVay, they don't play anybody.
They don't play anybody.
I hope the Chargers do the same thing.
Well, they did.
They play against good. Don't play anybody. Yeah.
Right.
I'm with the Ravens.
I got you.
Even if the guy gets hurt, we just move on. Because you don't turn football on and off. You got to understand how to get your body ready. Even if they'd have played a series or played a quarter, I can't teach you how to prepare to be nervous, to anticipate, even though there was no crowd, but you got to hope that one day there will be. How do you coach people in it? You don't. Guys have to graduate to that.
Yes.
So I disagree with that. I'm going to disagree with a lot of things. That's why he's the coach and I'm not. I'm on your podcast. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But trust me, my eyes don't lie.
No, I
there were some things I just didn't like it.
Well, Doc, I know that you were a tight end, and there was a lot of discussion about Sammy Reyes, right? So Ron stated that he's the most physical blocker that they have at tight end, right? Which is what we needed because we've had Jordan Reed who wouldn't make contact. He would catch the ball. He was a wide receiver playing tight end, but he wouldn't block. Last year we had Jeremy Sprinkle. We knew once we brought him into the game, it's a run because he's not going to catch the ball. Sammy Reyes, it's a true learning process for him. But what do you see from the young man that's positive? And tell me something that you see that he needs to improve on, please.
He got to improve on everything. He's never played. I mean, so I would doubt if he'd be active, but they'll prove me wrong. I love the investment. I see what they saw in him guy could be a freak.
Mm-hmm.
Do I expect him to play against the Chargers? No, I don't. But again, that's their team. Maybe they'll play him. I have no idea. But I understand why they kept him. And I would have kept him as well. Because if I'm going to invest in some of the people they've invested in that wouldn't hit a dead man, this guy will, and he's got the body, he's got soft hands, you got to learn the game. I have no problem with that. But I don't know if he'll be in the game plan against the Chargers.
Right.
So, and if he's not, then he's irrelevant to me. But we'll see. I don't know that yet.
So my next question, Doc, for you is the preseason, the speed of the game from the preseason to that first game, how much does it really pick up?
Same as it does from the regular season to the playoffs. You can't discuss it. You can't even describe it. First of all, by the time you get to the playoff, you're in peak performance conditioning.
Yes.
Right now, they don't hardly ever hit. I mean, every practice is damn near a walkthrough. So that's why September to me is when a team that's not expected to be good can flip the script. Because if you go hard in training camp and go and have a very physical camp, you might win September. And by win September 3-1, I want to win each month. You can also play your way in September and to a degree. But if you are like we've usually been 1-4,
yes,
1-3, that's where we have lousy Septembers. Now Ron proved that he could get his people ready for peak performance. Playoff, they were ready. They ended strong. Ron did a great job fighting cancer and got his club where he needed to be. As a jockey, he had the perfect run. Now this year be different because he's not running, in Rosecroft. I mean, their schedule on paper, they play better quarterbacks. That's what all it comes down to. Nobody ever says, oh my God, that offensive line they got to face against New Orleans. Nobody. They judge it all by quarterbacks that they're going to play. Well, that plays to our strength. To me, we're a defensive team. So I'm more like George Allen. I just think that know your strength, play to your strength.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like Allen more than both the other quarterbacks because I just want to be safe. I don't want to hurt my defense. I just need to run an offense, get first downs. Well, look, the year we won the Super Bowl, the MVP was a place kicker, Mark Mosley.
Yes, I remember that.
So let's not act like we scored enough to win games. Mark Mosley was the MVP of the league. So I'll take field goals with a defense. But right now, the offense, it doesn't surprise me. We didn't show anything in preseason.
Right.
We didn't run the offense we ran in the regular season and preseason. But the offense was not impressive.
No, not impressive at all.
Patterson 35 was impressive. They had a kid that was impressive. But it could be a mirage. We went 4-0 one year and lost the first 5 games of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really tough. You got to give Ron the space he needs to build a team the way he wants to build it. But we'll start judging him on the 12th of September.
Yes. I can't wait. So let's go back to something you just talked about, okay? The preseason, you're not showing your offense and things of that nature. I remember watching, Joe Gibbs run 2 backs. Right. I played at Peppermill Boys Club, right? I went on to high school and played wing T. How do you evaluate your players when you're not running that offense that you're going to run during the season? What are coaches looking at?
Well, first of all, Joe Gibbs was teaching us how to play football players. Football is you control the line of scrimmage, no matter what the offense is.
Okay.
Are you getting better at blocking and tackling?
Right.
We were not good against the run last year.
No.
When it mattered most, playoff game. And we don't run the ball well. So the 2 things that you got to do, I don't necessarily know how much execution comes in as to mental side of the game. To know that we're going to run no matter what changes you. Throwing bails you out. Because I got Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, we can get out. But even though we had great people on the outside, it was still an interior mindset. It's like a boxer. It was like we worked the body. And then we do have a knockout punch because you got Art Monk. You got these
yeah.
freaks out there. It's not like you didn't have them. But when do you use them? And so I just thought Joe's strategy was that we beat the body up and then go over the top and knock you out. And he built it to where we could win tight games. We could win bad weather games.
Mm-hmm.
Because to him, our mindset was like the worse the field was, the better we were. And so because that's how because we practice, we didn't have a bubble.
No
so
bubble.
You're always outside. The elements is horrible, but you're always in it. So you become, and he flipped the script. He said the worse it is, the better we like it. And then he told us we couldn't slip. Slipping was not an excuse. So when you start playing that mind, the ninja thing on you, and then you got enough crazy guys, then you start to transform your team. Ron did it last year with his team.
Yes.
They transformed themselves. We hated losing to the Giants twice, but they were able to transform the team. And Alex Smith gave him the will to win. Alex was a winner. Okay. Yeah, it looked ugly. It did all that. But Alex, he can put his record up against anybody.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, and so he never has to apologize for his success. I think that he got more out of the players. Fitz has that kind of reputation. Fitz doesn't have the record. He's got to win more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in entertaining. It's like, to me, I look like comedians. You know, it's granted that you're funny, but you can't be a one-trick pony. The great comedians insult everybody. They don't just lay on one area. You got to be versatile in that. Alex Smith won. It was ugly. It was, I know he did, but he won. So beat him in that category. I want to see Fitz wasn't accurate. I like 8. I like 4.
Right.
I like Heineke, but I don't want the risk reward. Do I want him scrambling, getting the ball knocked out of his hand, and put my defense in a bad situation? No, I don't. Now, if I'm trailing or I need a guy, I trust him. He's the most competitive guy I've seen over there. Okay. I love what he brings to the table. Now, if they're going to work an offense out that fits his skill set, I don't know. We'll see. But I can't risk the ball every possession.
Right.
I just, if you don't think that ball's going to get knocked out of his hand against first-team defensive units, then you crazy as a road lizard, okay? He's prey out there, and he don't run like Mike Vick.
Right.
Okay? He's the best one we got, but we've seen better.
So was it concerning to you that versus Cincinnati, he did a lot of running? Like, we looked at RG3 and said, he's just running the ball, right? You and I can get out there and run the ball. We're not as fast as him.
No, I can't. I can't do anything.
Well, that's true. Yeah. That's true. But did it concern you that, I mean, extending the play? We all know that we need quarterbacks to extend the play, but it was more concerning to me that he was extending the play and running, and you can't go 17 games doing that, especially.
No, that's who he is. Yeah. Well, maybe he didn't trust his offensive line. I'd love to see him with the ones. I wanted him to start against Baltimore's ones.
Right.
See, I wanted to see him because I love the guy's competitive nature. I'm not hating on him at all. He's the guy. He reminds me of Theismann and how competitive he is. I ain't mad at him. I just risk reward.
Yes, sir.
You know, Fitzpatrick, you can't turn the ball over, Slim. There's a reason why you ain't won a playoff game because you can't get in the playoff. There's risk rewards, whereas Allen, to me, is just steady. He can run. He's athletic. He can do all that. But he keeps himself in line with, to me, our defense. Don't kill them guys. Give them a snack now. I need a couple first downs.
Right.
3 and out means that my Bulls are overworking.
Right.
The best defense is the defense that plays the least amount of plays.
And that's how they rack up the stats.
If you keep them healthy, if you keep them cats watered, they are rugged. But you wear them down, then it's a whole different horse from now. They got depth. See, having Ioannidis back is unbelievable. To me, he's the best pass rusher. So I love the depth. I love what I see them attempting to do with Jack Del Rio. Your linebacker play has just got to be better.
It's got to improve. I was thinking today that we may find ourselves signing a linebacker. I think KJ Wright is still out there, because if we have the line that we have, we need that guy that's going to go see ball, hit ball to bring our run defense along a little better. I mean, you and I were not the coaches, but
no,
I'm thinking.
No, but I know defense, and I know London Fletcher is not on their team.
No.
If London Fletcher was on this team, oh my God, he's exactly what they need, because he see pressure, plug it up, blow it up. We got guys running around blocks and running. Oh, no, you got to go through people.
I was disgusted.
Maybe we'll get, and maybe he didn't play. A rookie doesn't play in a preseason game.
Let's go there now.
Well, I'm on the micro. This is why I'm on this.
Right.
And don't have a coach's cap on. But
I don't think that you will be allowed to coach in this day, Doc. I don't think you would believe in water.
No. I hydrate. I hydrate athletes.
Okay.
I just no. I would be. I'd have a lot to learn, but it wouldn't be about preparing people to play.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to learn about the offense and learn about all that, but it wouldn't be about getting people conditioned and ready to play the game, because the game is what it is. It's tackle football.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know how you can prepare for it and not tackle.
Right.
And not block hard and not take people to the ground. I mean, what the hell are rookies for? What are free agents for?
Right.
I ain't letting you bring Jim Brown down, but I only have one or two of those. The rest of them suckers would have been hit. And when I signed that contract, when you signed that contract, you'd have known. We're playing tackle football here. My running backs, we going down.
Well, you said it in the past. You said that, tell the owner, prepare to be fined a couple of times, because we will be prepared to tackle.
We're going to be fine. I'm like Philly. There's only 4 teams to get fined consistently: Philadelphia, Baltimore, New England, and Seattle. You can just write their check, because they pushed the envelope. Baltimore, they pushed the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Belichick putting 30, 40 people in preseason. They pushed the envelope. Other team, the Rams, Sean McVay, they hide all the women and children in the closet. You know what I mean? Wait until the hurricane's over. You can't come out. Maybe Sean wins the Super Bowl. Back in the day, Bill Walsh, they had no contact. You couldn't beat the 49ers. It was hard to beat them.
You played against those teams.
Yeah, but it was hard to beat them. We beat them, but it was even draw. They didn't have the same premise that we did, but they had the same success. There's different ways to do it. I'm not saying anybody's wrong. I judge you by your record.
Right.
If y'all are happy with 7-9, then go on with your bad self. I'm not. I think it stinks.
Well,
and so I got to get into double-digit wins. They ain't been double-digit wins since I had Afro.
Ooh, long time. So, New England this year, during this preseason, has brought every team in except for us, right, to have workouts with them, right? We didn't work out with anybody. You
had a COVID problem, Toothpick. Who the hell would have brought their team to you?
They did it this
At
year.
the beginning of training camp, they were at 60-some% of vaccinations. That's all you need to know. Who's going to be dumb enough to bring their team in to a team that couldn't handle COVID-19?
True. I guess that answers that question right there.
Thank you. That's why you had me on the show.
Right. Hey, yeah. I was thinking, hey, was it something in the contract with Richmond? It was COVID. They said no.
Think somebody want to play the Vikings? No, nobody. You get nobody. It's like when people used to have body odor back in the day. You knew the people in school that had body odor. They called it BO.
Right.
And they's funky. And people get around the lunchroom, nobody sat by them. We were funky. Now they cleaned it up. To my knowledge, they say they're getting up into the 90s. But we all realize here, that's why Cam Newton, in my opinion, why he's teamless right now.
Mine too.
That kid is nice. So was Cam. Cam had a hell of a when he played, he was on point. I can't trust him. I don't know if he's going to be eligible. I don't know if he's going to make the meeting. Man, I ain't got time to play with this.
Right.
Belichick, team first.
Yes. And that actually, when the news broke that he was cut, the first thing that I thought of was you're a quarterback. You're supposed to be the most responsible person on the team. You go and test at the wrong facility, and you cost yourself 5 days away from the team. In turn, you give a rookie 5 days of nothing but reps after reps after reps. I can't trust you. I don't need you. You had COVID last year. You hurt me. You're not going to do it twice. What they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? Belichick is not being shamed. So
I love him. I'm so glad that he does the business the way he does business. And I respect, I have a couple of eating establishments in my area where they don't wear masks. I don't go there. And boy, they got some good food too. And it really kicks my behind. How you gonna have a cook behind in a kitchen without a mask on?
Don't understand.
With Delta variant. And I'm going, oh, well, we don't have. I said, no problem. I just turned around and walked out. I ain't been back since. That's 2 weeks ago. No problem. All I'm saying is that I'm at Safe Subway the other day, and 2 people in front of me don't have masks. They got a sign up there. I asked the guy, are y'all scared of them? The only reason I didn't pull out of that one was because I was getting an order from my wife. Otherwise, I would have pulled out of that. I'm not saying you're wrong. You got the right to do whatever you want to do, and so do I.
Right.
And I don't feel like being in ICU. I don't feel like being a victim. If I can prevent it, I'm going to prevent it. And if you don't deal with that, then be you. I'm going to be me.
Yep.
Not a problem. But I just don't think that we should have. Let's have unvaccinated supermarkets. Let's have unvaccinated car washes. Let's split it the way y'all want to split it. You go to your thing, I'll go to my thing. I'm willing to do that. Are you?
Talk about that. I do. Right. Okay, let's get back to football a little bit, okay? Our linebackers, we talked about that, right? Matt Ioannidis, I said, is the difference maker. Last year when we played Tampa in the playoffs, we truly missed Ioannidis. I said this is the only defensive lineman that we have that hits quarterbacks with offensive linemen. The guy is strong, Doc. You call
He's
him
the best pass rusher we have. Yeah.
You call him the Greek god, right?
Yeah.
He helps in the run defense as well, right? And I believe we will play more 5 fronts with Ioannidis in there. Just tell me what you think about our defensive line.
Oh, I love him, but I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, that's up to Del Rio.
Right.
All I know is that we should never be tired because we can, between Settle and Ioannidis, we got a rotation there that is got to be among the strongest 4 in football. I don't know if there's 4 better interior players on one team in the game.
All right.
If we don't exploit that, I'd be surprised.
All right. So we're going to hit on these linebackers real quick, okay? You said Jamin Davis should have played more, especially versus
In my opinion,
so too.
He played like he was thinking, but I know what Jack Del was doing. He overloaded him. That's exactly what I would have done. Jack can't wait till the Chargers to find out that this kid can't think and play at the same time. So he overloaded him. He was making calls and doing all that, and it slowed down his reaction. That's normal.
Okay.
But then why not play him against the Ravens so he could see how he progressed? They chose to shelter him. Well, I disagree with that. But that's why I'm on the microphone and they're getting paid. They're coaching. But we'll see against the Chargers.
Yeah, we will.
I don't want to be proven right. I want to be proven wrong.
Okay.
Man, you got to do your thing. Because if I'm right, then you get your teeth smashed in. And I don't want that to happen.
No, we don't. The secondary now, I felt as if watching that Baltimore game, I felt as if no one took a chance to play their way on the roster, right? And by play your way on the roster, what do I mean? I don't mean let the receiver catch the ball. I mean take a chance. Step in front of a route, undercut a route. Show the coach that you are aggressive. And I'm going to take this thing to the house because it's one thing to do it in practice, but you got to do it when the lights are the brightest. Take a risk. If you get beat, Yes, coach, I got beat, but I got beat trying to make a play. I'm a playmaker. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it, Doc?
I thought the secondary was fantastic. I enjoyed their aggressiveness. I can't remember the last time I've seen this many people that can actually cover people and that are giving the effort you talked about. I saw that. I mean, we're long. We're on point. They hustle. I was pleased with them. I understood why they got rid of a lot of people. They should have, because the people they have right now, to me, have a chance to be better.
Yeah. And the plus side of having these people cut and having these things play out the way that they played out is our special teams is going to improve, because the backside of that roster now is going to special teams. Our special teams play will improve. We won't have to worry about on punt returns. Is the guy going to catch the ball, right? We have two guys now that may catch the ball and take it the other way. They didn't do it during the preseason, right? But they're out there with guys.
They showed me though.
Right.
They showed me a lot.
Yes.
Well, that's what happens when you have more. See, we got 89 Sims. I love him as a receiver. I love him on teams. He's long and he's aggressive and he can run. You got corners, they can run and they'll hit you. You know, when you've got safeties like our safeties and linebackers who may be, that's one place where they have an advantage on teams. I was pleased. I know, Justin, they're talking about you got to make field goals and all that. He's not trying to fail. Cheeseman snapping, he was quicker than they were used to. I think they can kind of work that out. He's not going to make every one of them, but you got to make what he's being paid for.
Yeah.
If you make a lot, you got to do a lot. If you want to take a cut in salary, I ain't mad at you. Very simple with me. The more you make, the more you got to do.
Yeah.
If you can't do it, then I'm overpaying you. And if I'm overpaying you, I'm running a crappy business. This is business, man. And so you want to pay a guard $18 million? Then he damn sure better play 17 games and be all pro. Now, he's always all pro. The question is he going to play 17 games? And can I run behind him? And so I ain't mad at Big Nasty.
Right.
But, I mean, because that's my favorite part of the team. It's O-line.
O-line.
O-line. Because the O-line is the only reason I'm going to get to where I need to go. Promised land. If I don't have five uglies up front that understand why they're there and they got to protect and they have to eliminate people, it's just like the D-line. That's my second favorite position on the team, because I can't win without, I got to have the baddest suckers on the block in two meeting rooms, O-line, D-line. They control my team. And so I like what we got. I think we got a lot of big athletic guys. And I'm really anxious to see what Coach Turner is going to do with them.
You've taught me that the lines run, the team runs through the offensive line and defensive line, Doc.
Good teams do. Good teams do.
Now let's stop. Let's go to the outside. You said the body blow is the offensive line. Let's go to the outside and let's see that overhand right that's going to put you down like Tyson would, right? Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuels, we haven't seen yet. De'Ami Brown, and Cam Sims.
I love three of the four. They on my team.
What is the difference that Humphreys is going to make? Tell me how he's going to affect this team. Because you got Terry, he's going to get doubled.
First downs. It's all about moving the chains. If you watch Bill Belichick's teams, they kill you with throwing to backs and slot and tight ends. The 1 year they had the great Randy Moss, they would have almost been undefeated. If you give him exceptional talent, you'll never beat him. But if you don't have it, you still have a hard time beating him, because he reduces the game down to matchups. Backs beat linebackers 9 out of 10 times. Tight ends 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10 times. It's simple math for him. Now, Humphreys, he's a guy that's proven in his past he can get open. If he gets open, keeps drives alive, quarterback's relationship is good, I ain't mad at it because it's possessions that I'm after because I got to rest my Bulls.
Got to rest them.
See, I got to everything for me is, can I give my Bulls 8 to 10 minutes on the sideline? I need them in the trough, getting rubbed down, fed up, because I need them Bulls charging. Okay. And I know they have a short span before they start holding them hands on them hips. I don't want that.
Right.
So it's our offense's job is to maintain possessions, minimum 2 first downs per possession, and you're not going to beat us.
Okay.
You're just not going to beat us because I'm cutting the field in half, and I'm trusting my field goal kicker and my punt return team because it's about we never have to flip the field consistently. We always put our people in a bad position. That's what turnovers do. If you know, we led the possession. We led the flag brigade in the preseason. Couple holdings.
Yeah.
Maybe. No illegal, no procedure, no false starts.
Yes.
See, that's why I give Ron credit.
Yes.
We're very well schooled.
Yes.
This is a professional operation. All you got to do now is win. And everything will fall into place. Because the rest of it, from a structural standpoint, they've done a very good job with. But it don't mean squat if you don't win.
That's right.
That's why I don't – everything to me is, did we win? What's your record? Then it takes all the personal stuff out of it. Very simple. Win the games, advance, and get me to that Lombardi as soon as you can.
Yes, sir. So, Doc, here's the thing. You just said to me 3rd downs, right? So you got Humphreys, you got McLaurin, you got Samuels. Let's say McKissick, Dami Brown, you got McKissick.
Right.
You know, we all taught that nobody talks in the huddle, but we know that's not true. In this huddle on 3rd down, on let's say 3rd and 7, all of these guys are saying, give me the ball. Come to me, I'm open. Now, you as a quarterback, Doc, with all of this talent around you and these guys saying, give me the ball, how can we not, keep these drives going? So I like what you tell me.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who's saying it because I think Terry, I don't think that's the personality of these guys. And they haven't played enough for me to know that. I just think they're going to run the play that's called and read their keys. To me, I don't – the way you're talking, that's an experienced team that's won. Those guys have earned the right to do that. These guys have not done anything to where they're at that pecking order, in my opinion.
Okay.
Teams don't develop like that. And Terry's not that kind of guy. Terry's the last guy to say anything. He's a monster. I love him. He's like Art Monk. He ain't saying nothing. He's just doing his job. We haven't had the Gary Clark yet. That's what we need. I think it's going to be De'Ami Brown. I really do. I love this kid, man, because I need a Gary Clark. Because Gary Clark, he stirs it up. Gary Clark revs the engine, just like Mike Irvin did. It's rare that wide receivers have that kind of cachet.
Okay.
But Gary had it, and he used it in an unselfish way. He used it to help the team win. As much as he wanted the ball, he wanted to win more. That's why he's the ultimate champion, because it wasn't about how many catches he had. It's did he win?
Right.
And that's what Art and them guys, Ricky, winning. We got all this. That's why I love Santana Moss. I hate the fact that Tanner didn't get to where he wanted to go with the team thing, because Tanner is about winning. And he brought me my favorite moment in Bergen and Go history.
Bang,
and so that's my dog, man.
Man, I love Tanner. Doc, when you mentioned that name, Gary Clark, I'm excited because that's my guy.
Oh, that's your guy. Look, my guy too. Listen, man, James Arthur Monk, and I don't talk enough about Alvin Garrett.
Okay.
Smurf, him and Virgil
Yes.
C. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'll take him with me anytime. That's my guy because I know how they work. And it's about winning for them. And they all play special teams. They're football players. Yeah. And James Arthur Monk on special teams. Him and Jarris White, they call him Rip and Lynn. And the two guys on the punt return team, they get over the runner. So their job is to stop the guy that they're paying on the other team to get down to disrupt Mike Nelms or Brian Mitchell.
Okay.
And so you put your two guys, that guy is called the gunner.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever go by some old film, Jarris White and Art Monk were ripping lint. I ain't never seen it done better. James Arthur was so big and fast, and Jarris was so rotten and ornery as a corner, and they just beat people to death on special teams. So he got a Hall of Famer, James Arthur Monk. His teammates recognize him and his valuable asset on the punt return team, which is priceless.
That is, Doc. Hey, now that's something. Now I'm gonna have to go back and check and look out on some things, because
Check it out.
You're always schooling me, and I can say one thing: you've never been wrong about the things you've taught me about so far.
Well, I'm just telling you the truth.
Right.
I mean, people don't like to hear something. I'm just telling you the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God, because the publicity doesn't match the record. We want to pump up things. No, pump up your record.
Yeah.
The pub will follow you.
Right.
We've been promotional first. Now we're football centric. Now everything is shifting. It's the way I like it. You know, I like it. They fixed the field. Oh, it's a pretty damn important thing. Fix the field. It just took you 20 years.
Right.
And to fix your home field.
Now you get out of there.
Well, you're going to still be there long enough. They got the practice fields done at their place. They're doing football things, man. I'm telling you. I know it sounds like I'm being funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm telling you the truth.
A football
better late than never.
Football
better late than never. Right. If you watch Hard Knocks, I throw up, but I got to watch it because it's what I do. Look at the star. If you want to talk about people committed to football, even though they haven't had a significant victory in 25 years, look at what they invest in the football operation. Look at the facility.
I see it firsthand, Doc. I see it firsthand. I'm down here in Texas.
I know.
I work real close to Frisco. Michael Irvin and all these guys come past my job. I talk to them all the time. So
they're good people, and I ain't mad at them. I'm just telling you, talk is cheap.
It is.
You talk is cheap. If you all about winning, prove it, and they are proving it, and I'm giving them credit. Hey, man, and that's why I'm hoping that they win. Because then they can get the credit for this stuff. Because a lot of this stuff happens behind the scenes, and people don't even know about it.
Yeah.
You know, there've been water. They used to bring their clients down, and you got to slop through mud and whatever. And I just put AstroTurf down. How hard is that? You know, they wouldn't do it. There's so many little things. It's hard to win. You got to do 100 little things to set your people up to win. And we've just been mediocre in doing the little things that helps to win. And so now it really looks like they're headed in the right direction.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Doc, let's talk about this team that we're going to face here on September 12th. What can you tell me about San Diego that I don't know right now? I know that they have a great quarterback. And
that's it.
Herbert, right?
That's it. They have, I mean, I don't know who's the best because I don't cover the league anymore. I cover this team. But he's among the best I've seen. They're running a new scheme. I haven't seen them. I've watched the preseason games. I'm just wasting my time because they're not going to do anything I saw against us. They got a new defense. They have one of the most competitive athletes on earth in Bosa. And he might be standing up. He may have his hand down. He may be moving around. They're not dumb enough to tell us what they're going to do. All I know is that when you're playing a beast like him, the way we praise Chase and what Chase is going to become and probably is, he does it. He's a beast. And we're going to put a baby on the beast, but we won't leave the baby alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can slide protection. That's why we got these tight ends. There's a lot of things you can do, but it's going to be hand-to-hand combat. They're loaded. I mean, they could have very well been in the playoffs a year ago, and they didn't make it to the playoffs. But they earn my respect, everybody's respect. I just don't know what we're going to see because everybody's playing hide and seek right now.
Yeah.
But don't sleep on them. You know, when we don't play the Cowboys, Eagles, or Giants, our fan base says, whatever. Don't do that. We're not. I don't sense that we're hyped up because it's the Chargers. I'm trying to warn people.
Yeah.
Don't do this. The Chargers are loaded. They'll be favored. They want to come here. They know about all this Chase Young, RD line. Hey, look, they're going to be fired up for that. Yeah. And that's why I hope our fan base gets it. Treat these people like they're in the NFC East and hate their guts and come out because it's going to be a war.
Now, I'm not overstepping and overlooking the Chargers, but what I would like to know from you is our first game in San Diego, we turn around, 4 or 5 days later, on a Thursday
night, you got to play the Giants. That's what
we got to play the Giants, and we do not play another division game until December. How important is that Thursday night game?
Well, again, I'm all Chargers,
right?
And I have a rule that I'm one game at a time.
One at a time.
Because the reason why is that if we don't beat the Chargers, then there's life or death. And yet, if we don't beat the Giants, the next week I'm going to have the same thing. My scenario will change. I don't know who we lose in the game or who we gain. And by gaining a player, it means that I go, wow, that's Sam Cosby. He's a beast.
Right.
See, you got to play the game to see it. So we'll gain things that we don't know. And we may also lose some. I don't know. But I do know this. We owe them an ass whooping.
Yeah, we do.
Because when they beat you twice in a year, we owe them. And so, but to get to them the right way, I want to win September. Mm-hmm. Whoever we play, to win it, I got to be 3-1.
Yeah, we do.
So I have to win September. All I'm concerned about is September.
Yes, sir.
It's going to set up because December is murderer's row because it's all divisional. So me knowing that, I got to get that chip. That chip for me is the Giants because it's divisional. But I got to get that start off because we've been horrible in September. But we won last year with Ron in September, the opener. We usually don't win openers.
Nope.
So that's why it's tedious. Not avoiding your question. It's short turnaround. My biggest concern is that we don't get trapped in a COVID situation because of selfishness and lose 1 or 2 players for the Giant game.
Yep. That's why it sort of befuddled me. And I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off of it real fast, okay? Is we knew that we were going into camp. No one thought to self-isolate, not be selfish before I head into camp so that I'm not on the COVID exempt list. All right, so I'm off of that, right?
Well, I respect it because if a man is fearful of something to a point like it's a phobia, like going over a bridge or flying in an aircraft or getting in a submarine, there's certain things you have to sedate me to get me to do it. So I respect that. But turn your check in, turn your playbook in, and go home.
Yeah.
I'm not, no problem. But you can't be around my Bulls and I'm trying to prepare a team, you can jeopardize oh, hell no.
Right.
The only reason that's allowed is weakness.
Yeah.
I'd be up front. I'm like, Bill, you got to go. I ain't mad at you. And when you get your situation figured out, holler back.
Right.
You get the vaccine, holler back.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be pussyfooting around with this.
Right.
No way.
Well, Doc, I'm going to tell you, I thank you for your time. I appreciate what you've taught me and everything like that. Let me know, Doc, tell everybody where they can find you and what you're going to be up to this season.
Well, they can check in with you. I'm on Patreon and patreon.com/Doc Walker. And they can always hit me up at Doc Walker Podcasts at gmail.com. And, I love where we're at because we're only dealing with people that have the guts to go down that dark hole.
Yes, sir.
See, I'm like, we on submarine.
Yep.
It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? If we going over the Golden Gate Bridge on a tricycle, if you ain't up to that, I get it. But I love it because ain't nobody fake. Mm-hmm. It's in there. God, man, we miss you. Man, please. I'm less than Netflix. I'm less than iTunes. Are you telling me that 88 cents, 85 cents a day is killing? You can't handle that? Well, then you know what? Be you. Be you. Because I love the idea that people have to, and they can demand more of me because they're paying for it. So if they have something they want to do, I deal with it. They hit me up, boom, because I work for y'all.
Right.
And this is what I love about it. And all the fake, all that talk, man, everybody's proven who they are. That's why I say, you don't know who you're dealing with until it's pressure,
right.
until it's no longer convenient for you. Now we find out who the real soldiers are. You serve this country. So, I got a chance yesterday. The football team, some of the suite holders had an event, DC Prime. I love being around. I miss that. I mean, I don't get to go to rallies anymore, but these people came out, man, and one of the brothers served, Marines. We sat there for 2 hours. And he just, we're just talking about what he experienced.
Okay.
And I told my father was a Marine, and so he was talking, man, we talked about what's going on in Afghanistan. I mean, we lost some of our brothers and sisters, man, 13 of them. And me and him sit there, and if you're not saddened by it, then you're not real. Because we benefit from the efforts of our men and women and our armed forces, because they provide us with the sanctity to be able to talk sports. When in other countries, there's political issues going on. They can't vote. They can't do this. They can't do that. So that thing, democracy, that you were a part of him defending, I don't take that lightly. And I refuse not to mention it. I refuse not to pay homage to it, because I appreciate the fact that I get to play sports, talk about things, and in the big picture, it's all entertainment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Other than the Olympics, it has nothing that it does other than it's an outlet, and it's something that we're passionate about. But you're rare because you invest in your passions. You've gone on road trips. You invest in burgundy and gold, and they owe you to whatever perks there are. You are eligible for it because you're an investor in the team. A lot of these big mouth blabbermouths, they don't buy gear. They don't travel to games. They aren't season ticket holders. They don't do anything but talk. And Coach Thompson taught me a valuable lesson: an empty drum makes the most noise. See, they always talking. I love listening to them. And I miss my boy Anthony. And all the blah, 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 blah. They don't put a dime in what they say they're passionate about. So I love this pay-per-view thing and what we got going on. And I appreciate you and your support.
No problem, Doc. I appreciate it. And I will be on the road this year. Will I see you? Will I catch you at any road?
No, you won't see me. No, dog.
No road games?
You won't see me unless they invite me. Well, no, because see, I'm on Twitter, and we got a little thing going with our Twitter crew. We got a gang on game day, and we banging it out the whole way that it goes. And until something changes, hey man, that's where we're at. My boy Jamie, my boy Ralph, hey man, we left undefeated from what we did, what we do. So it's on them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. You know me, Mr. Wyatt's grandson is my best friend, and we headed out to Vegas this year. I would like for you to tell me, where is the best cigar lounge out there? So,
well, see, again, Pick, I ain't been in 3 years since the COVID.
Okay.
It's like so many things have closed.
Well,
I will know closer to game time.
Okay.
I've got family that's there.
Okay.
So I'll be able to know. And now the Raiders are there. Now we got people, and they'll know exactly where to go, and I'll know who to hook you up with.
I appreciate it.
And he's on the ground in Vegas.
All right.
And he will know. And he's a former player at Purdue. He's a baller. and he's oh no, this is a very special guy. Matter of fact, I'm going to probably have him on a podcast. He is such a worthy schooling guy. He's been Mike Tyson's bodyguard crew. He's been he's plugged up. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting him on the show. I'll do that. He will be on the podcast before the Vegas Raiders and Burgundy and Gold. And yeah, and his name is Mike Ferris.
All right.
Yeah, he's a made man in Vegas. And I'll make sure that you have his digits because he's the most connected guy I know.
I appreciate that.
And he's a baller. And I'll have him on the podcast. I'll have him on before that happens.
All right.
I want to talk college football with him. See, you don't do college.
I do, because before we leave, I was about to talk to you about that hat behind you, right? I saw your Bruins this week. I know they was playing Hawaii. They was playing Hawaii. They did real well. I was a little concerned about your quarterback.
He was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not, and maybe a nice kid. I saw him in high school, modern day. I've just never got it. I've never thought, what is everybody excited about? He's not accurate. I haven't seen him be as accurate as I'd like him to be. He's not Mike Vickish. Mm-hmm. He's a good athlete, but he must be a tremendous leader because they all believe in him. And so, but we'll see Saturday who he's made of. Yeah. Because them Tigers, Bayou Tigers, will be at the Rose Bowl. And unfortunately for the Bayou Tigers, they're on the road now. They're on buses. They had to get out of Baton Rouge.
Yeah, they did.
And so they without power. Their families are without power. So no matter what happens, I have to mention that. If they lose, and the Bruins have to play their butts off, but LSU's weak is something that not everybody should have to deal with.
Yes.
So I'm giving them benefit of the doubt. Now, if they come off this week with their circumstances and tap that tail out there in the Tiger, because they're going to be ready. They're gifted. Georgia, Clemson. I watched Nebraska and Illinois from tip to gun.
Yes, very good game.
I was just, it was. And Frost is under pressure in Nebraska. I thought the Cornhuskers did well. I think their quarterback is terrible.
Terrible.
I don't get it. I mean, everybody talking about 4 years, and he does the same thing every time.
He's a wide receiver or a running back.
I don't get it. But then again, that's why I'm on the Eddie.
I got you.
And they're getting $4 million a year to coach. So
I get it.
Hey, man.
Well, I knew that Illinois was going to run the ball because this coach did the exact same thing at Wisconsin. Great lineman, and his thing was, I'm going to pound you into submission.
Yeah. Arkansas Razorbacks, too. He tried to do the same thing.
He took the Big Ten mentality down to the SEC, but he couldn't recruit the athletes that he needed to get it done there.
No.
So let's talk Maryland now. Let's talk Maryland. We talked offensive line, defensive line. Last year, you said locks are starting to get the offense and defensive linemen starting to look like a Big Ten.
Yeah, he's 2 years away O-line wise. Yeah, right? He is.
How do you feel about him this year?
Well, I feel, but my eyes haven't seen him. Okay. They play West Virginia.
Yeah.
And that'll be my preview. He told me he's 2 years away from having the O-line he wants. Well, you know what he's used to, Alabama.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but they're doing what they can do. They've got to get Tagovailoa to make plays. He can run and throw. They got to stop people. I mean, so you're growing offensively. There's no excuse for your defense.
No.
They got to be dominant at something. And I'm hoping that Locks gets that together. He's getting some athletes. I mean, they're getting some athletes. But in the Big Ten, as you well know, Minnesota is loaded.
Yes.
Wisconsin is a beast. Northwestern, you have a hard time out coaching them and playing them. And they got pros now. There's 2-3 kids. winning the first day now from Northwestern
From
on
Northwestern.
defense.
Northwestern.
On defense. It's a whole new, let me tell you what, man. The Boilermakers, Indiana is no joke.
Nope.
So the Big Ten, hey, man. And then Michigan, my boy Brian Carpenter, shout out to him, but the Buckeyes, they ain't playing. Penn State, vicious. So for Rutgers and Maryland, Big Ten's nice. And I know I didn't mention Sparty. There's a reason for it. You like Michigan, the whole Michigan thing, y'all got to do something.
Yeah.
Because we've hyped you too much now.
Yeah.
You got to win some big games.
Yeah, you're living off your past glory.
You're living off your past, yeah. And I mean, the Buckeyes, they got a monster.
But they're going to have their hands full with game one. They're going to have their hands full with game one because Minnesota is coming in to stake a claim.
Them Gophers, man. Atmosphere, we played the Burgundy and Gold. We played a game there at the stadium instead of playing at the Metrodome or wherever we were going to play for whatever reason. And it was cool to be on their campus and see it. They got in that. Hey, look, man, I wouldn't want to play there. I wouldn't want to play Wisconsin at night. And the Big Ten, I get it. I like what they have. Nothing is like the SEC in terms of pageantry and tradition on game day. They invest so much in it. They get a lot out of it. But I'm hopeful that the job that Mac Brown has done with Carolina's no joke because Mac Brown can coach. See, he's a difference maker. I covered him for 14 years. I covered the ACC.
Okay.
Doing college football. Mac Brown was elite then. Once the tech, he gets it done. And I'm waiting to see, maybe he's had and turned it down. But I hope Mac gives the NFL a shot at some point.
I literally thought that when he decided to leave Texas that he was done. But then I look and he comes back. He did TV for a little bit, probably recharged his batteries, got his competitive juices flowing. And he chose Carolina, a basketball school. And now we're talking about, look at the players he's put in the league. Look at the players that he recruits to a basketball school.
He can coach.
Wow.
He can coach. And this is no joke. He's a people person. We lost Bobby Bowden. And Bobby Bowden and Mac Brown, those two guys I really enjoyed. I was covering the league in Clemson when Coach's first year. And everything Dabo said he was going to do, he's done.
Yeah.
I saw the drawing boards for the facility. I saw the blueprints. I was there his first year. And he ain't no joke. So they don't get a lot of credit for football, but trust me, it is building. I mean, Wake Forest was a hard out. Georgia Tech, Bobby Ross was there. It was a hard out. I know NC State, love the Wolfpack. They have great football facilities. They've invested a lot into it. I enjoyed my days in the ACC. And but they have got to, until somebody beats Clemson, you're going to be ribbed. It's going to be, that's why the Big Ten, because Ohio State is the big dog now. But we pay to see Penn State play them.
Right.
They're in some games. You got to beat the big boy in order for us to respect you. That's why Georgia Bulldogs are highly respected. Kedrick Golston, we had him on the podcast last week.
Yeah, really good.
They need a big win.
Yeah.
Kedrick Golston told me he never lost to Alabama or Clemson. He's never lost to them. So that's what you got to get back in your program. You can talk all the trash you want to. I don't care where you went to school. But if you haven't beaten the big dog in your conference.
Be quiet. Go on, be quiet. Doc, it's been nice catching up with you. I appreciate your time again.
You got it, Greg.
Doc, I'm hoping I can get you again during the season so we can talk and chop it up, man.